Hey guys, welcome back to the Cult Classic Kids Show, and today we have to talk about another Sweet Baby Stink game because it ain't doing too well. What a surprise! Unless this company is attached to a very well-known popular franchise, it seems as though every game that they work on is a complete total failure. But the game we are talking about today is Unknown 9, and we are on the DEI detected website, the website of Cabrutus, basically the dude that Chris Kindred, a I don't know if they're a current employee or they're an ex-employee now of Sweet Baby Inc., but the person that Chris Kindred went after, and essentially they made a sensation overnight. But Unknown Nine Awakening has Kim Belair, one of the co-founders of SBI Sweet Baby Inc., as the story architect. So with that being said, I mean actually both of them are involved. So David Bedard, if I'm not mistaken, that's how his name is pronounced. He's also a co-founder. So both co-founders. The second co-founder is the brand content manager at Reflector Entertained. Huh, interesting. I do recognize both of those names. Basically, both of the co-founders of Sweet Baby Inc. are involved in this game. And mind you, it's going to be even harder to figure out what games Sweet Baby Inc. is working on because, well, they recently updated their website so that they show even less games than ever before that they have worked on. So, and less companies. They, essentially, at the bottom, they would show all the companies that they are currently, in collaboration with, and they would definitely show off way more games, especially upcoming games. But it seems as though now they're only showing feature projects that they've already worked on. So they're in hiding for a very, very clear reason. Because essentially Sweet Baby Inc.'s their customers essentially don't fuck with them at all. So they know this and they've gotten stern backlash from the people that essentially buy the content that they work on. They don't have an audience, and it's pretty clear to say because if you do go to the SteamDB page or Unknown Nine Awakening, yeah, nobody gives a fuck about this game unless they're attached to a very well-known franchise like Spider-Man or God of War. They ain't pushing numbers at all. Right now in game, you have less than 200 people, and this game came out just 3 days ago. So it's been about 3 days. We have people like shout out to Hypnotic that's been playing the game. A lot of my own all right. So a lot of my own audience wants me to play this hot steaming pile of safe shit. And I do not want to. I've been fighting them tooth and nail, and I'm not going to. All right, there. Look, man, I work a real job. I have a real life. All right, I have friends. I have people that I want to be around. I have video games that I actually look forward to playing and am currently playing that I have interest in. I don't have time to play games that make my stomach turn or do nothing for me at all. This game, Unknown Nine Awakening, looks like the safest piece of shit that I've ever seen in my life, just like the many other Sweet Baby Inc. games that they work on. Their games have just this. Forget them working on it specifically. All these games that they're attached to just look safe, bland, or specifically appeal to a very, very specific, super niche audience that essentially barely exists. They're like a dot on a massive map. So with that comes the reality that your games are not going to sell. There's no amount of uh, Xbox or PlayStation events you could show these really bland looking, safe, really nothing interesting to these games. You can't. You could show them anywhere, and nobody's going to be interested. You could show it to essentially the entire world of gamers, and guess what? You're still going to get these garbage numbers because these games very clearly take zero chance. They clearly have no interest in garnering any real attention. They don't want to do anything remotely different. They just think that a safe game is what is going to help these companies, and really that is like it's the opposite, man. Video games are a dime a dozen now. There's dozens of video games that release every single day. There's tons of creators, developers, publishers dying for the attention of people, of gamers, to buy their games and to play it safe, to make something that looks milk toast, boring as shit. You're never going to get what you want. You're never going to see success. And really looking at these numbers, 24-hour peak is just over 200. An all-time peak, which was 2 days ago, is 285 players. And that's on Steam. And if you're going to think that it's better anywhere else, well, I have a bridge to sell you. Right, dog? But yeah, shame on the people that watch my channel, my viewers, my, people that pull up, that have been begging me to play this game. Like, Cass, how much to play it? Too much. My time is too damn valuable, damn it. If I was gonna play something trash, it'd be something that at least has some kind of that is so bad that it's funny. This game just looks sad. It looks extremely sad. And really, when you really want to break it down on how disinterested people are, let's go to the Metacritic. And mind you guys, I don't value Metacritic at all, really. I do not look to Metacritic in order to decide or gauge whether I want to buy a video game or not. Really, I just go by my gut feeling more often than not, and usually I'm right. Like when I first saw this game, I'm like, wow, this is definitely going to do well. Just like a lot of other video games that I tend to be right on. Not to toot my own horn, but I normally I'm a bloodhound. All right, when it comes to modern day gaming, I'm usually a fucking bloodhound on what is going to be garbage. I won't necessarily say what's going to be good, but what I'm going to like. I know what I like, and I know what is not going to do well. And then there's the in between, like the games that necessarily not for me, but I know will do well, and so on and so forth. But I saw this game, I'm like, yeah, it's not going to do well. But it's interesting to see that first off, only 30 critics reviewed this game on the PS5 platform. 6 critics on Xbox, 3 critics on PC. So the critics are completely disinterested in this game. And the critics that did review it gave it a 62. A 62. Normally, critics generally shill for these games. I'm sure there's plenty of well-known outlets that probably gave it a 7, mind you. But yeah, it seems to be 5s and 6s, man. That's what it seems to be, brother. But going to the user score though, oh man, it is nasty. It is the big nasties. There's only 65 users that actually went out of their way to waste their life and review this game, and it has a 1.4 rating. Oh my god, big yikes. But what a surprise. But generally, everyone seems to think that this game is just ass. And damn, shame on you, Bandai Namco. Holy shit. But and my thing is, why couldn't you figure this out from the start? Why did it take releasing a game that clearly had nothing going for it at all to realize, yeah, this was a complete waste of development time, resources, money, whatever have you? Why is it that these games aren't stopped at the cutting room floor? Because there's so many of them that just, how did you think that this was going to be good? How did you think that this was potentially going to be a success? We're in a lot of these companies, they ain't in a good spot, man. And mind you, I can't speak for every company, but there's a lot of companies just struggling out here. There's a lot of companies trying to jump on, really, they're trend chasing like a motherfucker to try to make the bread. But You would think, hey man, why don't you guys try and make the next best thing, something that stands out, something that's unique. But unfortunately, they'd rather do this stuff that anybody with any general sense at all would know this is going to fail. They'd rather do this than take a chance, take a risk, take a leap of faith. They think, I guess they think, I don't know, hiring Sweet Baby Inc. is them taking a leap of faith here. But it's a false sense of security, playing it safe, choosing to adhere to these false senses of DEI, even though we know what it really what that really entails. But yeah, I'm not at all surprised that a game that I knew was gonna fail failed. Oh my god! So stop trying to get me to play this garbage. I don't want to. It's not for me. I don't care. Please just leave me alone. I'd rather play good games or games that I at least have interest in, because to be fair, not every video game that I like is necessarily good. It just happens to be for me. That is a thing. I can accept that. I'm a realist. All right, the world doesn't revolve around me. I have a general sense of self, I'd like to think. Though none of us are perfect. But guys, let me know what you think about Unknown 9 Awakening. Did you know off rip that this game was dead on arrival, as it is? Or did you think it had a chance? Have you played it? Are you avoiding it like the plague? Have you watched streamers play it? Did you watch Hypno play it? Or I think Atreus is going to be playing it. Well, my condolences, sir. But yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me over on Twitter, or or just Twitter. If you want to continue the conversation, consider becoming a channel member. Gets you instant access to the Discord. The link is in the channel membership tab. And there's a lot of channel members that have yet to join the Discord. All right, so I demand that you come in and join us. All right, in the shit show that is the Cult of Cage. And you also become a channel member, you get awesome emotes. And I am introducing one insane emote fairly shortly. So that's going to be funny. But yeah, guys, with all being said, I'm out. Peace.